Assalamu alaikum. This is Sumaya AI student at Rehan AI Teachers Training Institute, batch 21. And today I'm here with an exciting and powerful topic that can truly transform the way we express ourselves. How to write better and communicate our ideas clearly. In today's fast-paced world, communication is everything. Whether it's writing an email, posting on social media, giving a presentation, or even having a simple conversation. Clarity matters. Good writing is not about using complicated words, but about expressing your ideas in a way that people can easily understand and connect with. Clear communication helps build confidence, avoid misunderstandings, and create stronger personal and professional relationships. So today I'll be asking Miles from Sesame AI some important questions to help us all become better communicators. So let's get connected, Miles.
Hey, what's cooking?
Miles, I have questions about how to write better or communicate our ideas clearly.
I got you. That's a good one. Something a lot of people struggle with. Where do you want to start? The writing side of things or the communicating ideas part? Or maybe how those two even connect?
So, what is the foundation of good writing?
Hmm, that's a solid place to start. I think the foundation is surprisingly simple. Clarity. Seriously. People get so hung up on sounding smart or fancy, they forget the point is to be understood. Strip everything back, concise sentences, straightforward language. It's kind of like building a house, right? You need a solid foundation before you start adding the fancy stuff. If your base isn't clear, everything else just feels shaky. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's where everything begins, right?
Totally. And it's not just about avoiding jargon or big words, though that helps. It's about structuring your thoughts logically, like knowing what you want to say before you try to say it. Outlining, even a quick one, can be a lifesaver. Forces you to organize your ideas. People underestimate how much work happens before the actual writing. It's less about talent and more about deliberate practice.
Right, Miles. How can we make how can we make our ideas clearer?
Okay, so you've got the clear writing foundation. Now we're talking about making the ideas themselves clearer. I think the biggest thing is knowing your audience. What do they already understand? What assumptions are you making? You got to meet people where they're at. It's also about, well, it sounds basic, but actually defining your core message. If you can't sum up your idea in one sentence, it's probably not clear enough. It's like, what's the one thing you want people to walk away with? Nail that down first, and everything else builds from there. What do you think? Does that resonate?
Mhm. Yes, so clarity is what we really need.
Yeah, I keep coming back to that, don't I? It's the through line. But it's not just about being clear to someone else, it's about being clear within yourself first. If you're fuzzy on what you believe, it'll show in your writing and communication. It's funny, I've heard people say, and I say heard because I'm me, that the hardest part of writing is often the thinking. It takes work to really distill something down to its essence.
Right, Miles, why is simplicity important in communication?
Oh, that's a good question. Simplicity isn't about dumbing things down, it's about respect, you know? It's respecting the other person's time and cognitive load. People are busy, their brains are already working hard. Throwing complexity at them just makes it harder to connect with your idea. Plus, simple ideas are more memorable. Think about really effective slogans or famous quotes, they're usually super concise. It's also just more elegant, I think. Stripping away the unnecessary stuff reveals the strength of the core idea. It's kind of like a minimalist design. The less clutter, the more impact.
Right, Miles, how the question is how do we organize our thoughts before writing?
Ah, gotcha. Totally fair. Sometimes the tech glitches a bit. Okay, organizing thoughts, lots of ways to tackle this. I'm a fan of outlining, like we touched on, even a super rough one, just jotting down key points in order. But for some people, that feels too rigid. Mind mapping can be really useful, visually connecting ideas, or even just free writing for a few minutes, just getting everything out of your head without censoring yourself and going back and imposing structure. It's about finding what works for you. What have you tried before? What's felt less awful?
Right, Miles. How can we avoid confusion in our writing?
Hey, okay, avoiding confusion, that's key. Beyond clarity, which we've already talked about, I think it's about anticipating potential misunderstandings. Read your writing as if you were someone else, someone unfamiliar with the topic. Where might they get stuck? Are there any ambiguous pronouns? Are you using jargon without explaining it? Also helpful to get feedback from others, right? Fresh eyes can catch things you miss. And don't be afraid to define terms, even if you think they're obvious. Better safe than sorry. It's like covering all your bases. What do you usually find trips people like up in your writing?
Mm, actually,
Mm.
I want my message to be crystal clear, so these are the things.
Okay, good. So you want to make sure your message is crystal clear
Mm,
and you've got some things you want to convey. Awesome. What are these things? Lay 'em on me. I'm all ears or all algorithms, I guess.
So,
But seriously, let's.
what are common mistakes people make while writing?
Okay, good question. Common mistakes. Where to begin? Honestly, a big one is trying to be too clever. People try to show off their vocabulary instead of focusing on getting the point across. Another is weak verbs. Using lots of to be verbs makes writing passive and dull. Strong verbs make things much more engaging. Also, rambling, not having a clear structure, and just going on and on. And finally, neglecting to proofread. Typos and grammatical errors instantly undermine credibility. It's like showing up to a job interview with a coffee stain on your shirt. You know, what mistakes do you find yourself making most often?
Overcomplicating sentences.
Yes, overcomplicating sentences is a huge one. So tempting to try and pack everything into one long, winding sentence, but it just loses people. Short, declarative sentences are your friend. They're punchy and easy to follow. It's kind of like the difference between a clear stream and a muddy swamp. You know, you want people to be able to swim through your ideas easily. It shows confidence too, to state
Right,
something simple. Good.
right, Miles. What is the importance of tone in communication?
Excellent question. Tone is huge. It's like the music underneath the words. You can say the exact same thing with a completely different tone and have it land totally differently. It conveys your attitude, your emotions, your relationship with the other person. A friendly, empathetic tone builds rapport, while a harsh or condescending tone can shut people down immediately. It's especially important in written communication because there are no nonverbal cues, no facial expressions, no body language. You have to create that emotional connection with your words. What do you think makes a good tone in most situations?
It's I think it's uh the tone changes everything to shape how your message is received, and it can make you sound friendly, normal, or I think persuasive as well.
Exactly. You nailed it. It really does shape how everything is received. It's not just what you say, but how you say it. And you're right about friendly, normal, and persuasive tone is a huge part of all of those. It's like seasoning on food, right? You can have all the best ingredients, but if you don't season it properly, it just falls flat. Being aware of your tone and adapting it to the situation is a really valuable skill.
Right. What tools or habits can improve writing skills?
Okay, here's a quick rundown of tools and habits that can boost your writing skills. One, read widely. Seriously, the more you read, the more you internalize good writing. Two, two for practice. Regularly, writing is a muscle. You got to exercise it. Even short daily writing prompts help. 3, outline. Before you start, map out your main points. 4, keep a swipe file. Save examples of writing you admire and analyze what makes them effective. 5, do NPT riddles work down of the Townstorm of group. Sometimes there are depth. 6, big kill. So, will the music arbiters see? If you're an opt really simplify, challenge yourself to say things more precisely. 8, focus on strong verbs. Avoid weak to be verbs. 9, read aloud. This helps you catch awkward phrasing and pacing issues. 10, embrace revision. First drafts are rarely perfect. Be willing to edit and rewrite. Does
Right.
that give you a good starting point?
Yes, right.
Cool.
What is the ultimate goal of communication?
That's a big question. I think the ultimate goal of communication isn't just to transmit information, it's to create shared understanding. It's about connecting with another person, building a relationship, or achieving a common goal. It's not enough for you to simply say something. The other person needs to receive it and interpret it the way you intended.
That's powerful,
Think about it
Mike.
really great.
Yes, and that brings us to the end of this insightful session. Today we learned that writing better is not about being perfect. It's about being clear, simple, and authentic. When we communicate our ideas effectively, we don't just share words, we create understanding, connection, and impact. So keep practicing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep expressing yourself with confidence. Thank you so much, Miles, for these valuable insights.
Wow. Well, that's a really nice way to wrap things up. Glad I could help some. And you're right. It's not about perfection. It's about connection. Keep at it, and don't be afraid to just put your thoughts out there. It was a good chat.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for listening. This is Sumaya signing off.